Today, we're going to look at this affordable yet well-crafted semi-automatic espresso machine, the Casabrews Ultra. The Ultra comes with a 58mm Portafilter, the same size found on commercial machines. It includes several different baskets. These two are non-pressurized baskets, which can produce better espresso if you have a coffee grinder set to the appropriate grind size. These two are pressurized baskets, which look similar from the front, but have a small hole on the back that helps generate the necessary pressure. This means even if you're using pre-ground coffee, or your grind size is slightly off, you can still get an espresso with rich crema. They're more forgiving for beginners or users without a grinder. To remove a basket, use one edge of the basket to pry it loose. To install, simply press firmly with your palm to lock it in place. You also get a plastic tamper, but a milk pitcher isn't included in the box. Let's look at the Ultra's design. The Ultra's design follows a familiar semi-automatic espresso machine layout. It has a compact footprint that won't dominate your counter space. What surprised me was the full stainless steel construction that gives it a more premium look than its price suggests. You can see the brushed stainless steel finish wrapping around the entire machine, combined with angled edges that avoid any sharp or cheap feeling. Even areas typically hidden, like underneath the machine, use integrated metal materials that look both attractive and durable while being easy to clean. The drip tray is large and easy to remove for cleaning. Looking at this hole, it suggests the machine has a three-way solenoid valve. As you can see, there's a drainage outlet at the bottom where water flows out after pressure release, draining into the drip tray. Having a solenoid valve significantly improves the user experience. The top surface offers plenty of space to store several cups, which not only preheats them, but also keeps your countertop more organized. The water tank capacity sits at 2.2 liters. You won't need to refill it constantly, even with heavy use. The control panel is straightforward with dedicated buttons and an LCD display for brewing and steaming functions. The machine only takes about 1 minute to warm up, which fits perfectly into most morning coffee routines. Press the 1 cup or 2 cup button and the machine starts brewing with its factory preset time. You can customize each button's shot time by holding it down for 5 seconds to enter setup mode. Press once to start timing, set your desired duration. Here, I set mine to 25 seconds, then press again to stop. The machine will remember this setting for future use. This is ideal for those who prefer convenience, though I personally like using a scale to measure output for more precision. Pressing the hot water button delivers hot water through the steam wand. While not extremely fast, it's certainly more convenient than using a kettle. This is a single thermoblock machine, so after brewing, you'll need to press the steam button to enter steam mode. Once the heating block reaches steam temperature, you can start frothing milk. The steam wand features a single hole design, which is simpler for beginners to use. Like other entry-level machines, the steam power isn't particularly strong. I'll show you its milk frothing performance shortly. After steaming, press the hot water button to return to brewing mode. The machine automatically releases pressure and cools down. You'll see steam escaping from the bottom. Once the temperature drops to brewing level, you can make another coffee without manual temperature surfing, which is quite convenient. The machine also features a PID temperature controller. You can hold the hot water button for 5 seconds, then select between 90, 92, 94, or 96 degrees Celsius for your brewing temperature. After choosing, press the power button once to apply the change. This should theoretically provide more stable brewing temperatures than thermoblocks found in cheaper machines. Let's check out the Ultra's workflow and coffee output. I'm measuring about 17 grams of coffee beans. Fresh is always best. First, set your grinder to the espresso range, which might take several tests to find the ideal grind size. I strongly recommend getting a dosing funnel to fit over the portafilter. This prevents coffee grounds from spilling when transferring them to the basket. WDT is an essential part of my espresso routine. Using this needle-like tool, I can thoroughly stir the coffee grounds. Now the mountain of coffee grounds becomes a level surface. If you have a distribution tool, you can further even out the puck surface, making your tamping more level. While this tamper is plastic, it works quite well. The key is to tamp vertically without leaning to one side. Of course, you could upgrade to a calibrated tamper, ensuring your tamps are even and consistent every time. Puck preparation workflow varies from person to person. You can definitely skip some steps, keep it simple, or make it complex according to your preference. Using a digital scale helps control your ratio more precisely and understand flow rate. Let's make a double shot and see if we need to adjust the grind size. The Ultra performs a 5-second pre-infusion to wet the coffee puck before extraction begins. You can see the brewing time. We're aiming for 36 grams of espresso from 18 grams of grounds in 25 to 30 seconds. But this shot is running a bit too slow. The coffee might taste more bitter and burnt. Now I'll adjust the grind to be slightly coarser and try again. Worth mentioning, people time their shots differently. Some start when the pump activates, others when the first drop appears, while I exclude pre-infusion time. There's no right way, just be consistent so you can track and replicate good results. Also, this machine runs quieter than many vibration pump machines. The manufacturer may have incorporated some sound insulation internally. This time, the flow is faster, finishing around 35 seconds. Minus the 5-second pre-infusion, we're within the target range. The espresso looks excellent, with rich crema, proper texture, and intense aroma. It tastes really good, though these beans are quite fresh, so there are more bubbles than usual. After resting for about a week, the flavor profile would be even better. Enjoying a high-quality espresso at home is this simple. It's impressive that entry-level machines can now produce results like this. Now let's look at the milk frothing performance. As I mentioned earlier, this machine doesn't produce a huge amount of steam. After several attempts, I've found that smaller milk pitchers make it easier to create a vortex than larger ones. If you're struggling to get the texture you want after a few tries, consider switching to a smaller pitcher. First, insert the steam wand from the spout, then tilt it to the 3 o'clock or 9 o'clock position. Keep the nozzle just at the milk surface. You'll hear a loud hissing sound. You don't need to move the pitcher during this process. After about 10 seconds, you'll see the liquid start to spin. Continue holding steady, and you'll gradually see the milk level rise about 1 centimeter. At this point, push the steam wand slightly deeper to maintain the whirlpool, allowing the milk and foam to blend thoroughly. The whole process takes about 50 seconds to a minute. You'll know it's done when the pitcher feels hot to touch. Once you've finished steaming, immediately wipe the steam wand with a damp cloth to prevent milk from caking on, which makes cleaning difficult. Then purge the steam wand to clear any milk inside. I recommend doing these steps every time you steam milk. The milk foam has good density and flow. Latte art technique requires practice and refinement, but this machine can produce microfoam, allowing you to practice latte art and make various milk-based coffees at home that you'd normally only get at a coffee shop. If you're looking for your first espresso machine or upgrading from a capsule machine and want to explore real espresso withoat a massive investment, the Ultra offers good value. For just over $200, it includes some advanced features such as brew temperature settings, a 58mm Portafilter, LCD display, and an attractive all-metal body. Most importantly, the Ultra can produce very decent espresso shots with the right beans and grind. It's definitely worth considering in this price range. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. Thanks for watching.